Hey, my name's Dan Jones. I'm in the Lake Norman market here just north of Charlotte. I've been in real estate since 2008. I started actually with Lars, and he focused on a different part of Charlotte. So in early 2012, I became an independent agent in Lars's office, and recently started coaching with Lars just to take it to the next level in a different area, working where Lars is at. So there's 4 of us actually here, and I know both the other 2 agents even before. I met John Mikas, for example, 3-4 years ago. Thomas Elrod probably 4 years ago in a transaction. Both great agents. I think they're pretty much out of their business now. Lars has been out of his business for a handful of at least 2, borderline 3 years now. But there's a ton of opportunity, and we all do something a little bit different. But our core values have been built the same in regards to what Lars teaches. That I've never had a cross transaction or cross competition with any of these guys on the type of business that we're doing versus what they're doing. I would feel comfortable with 2-3 more agents personally came into our market that Lars decided to coach. It's not a big deal. It hasn't been a big deal. Well, we started out with a game plan for the very basic stuff, because what I was taught to do was to go sell a lot of homes. And I think the average agent, which I definitely still consider myself an average agent, we put our head down, and basically go through the grind and just sell a lot of homes with no purpose or no meaning. The underlying theme with Lars and being with Lars is to really understand why we're doing this and what we're looking to build. And 6 months, 8 months ago, I had no clue. I just wanted to sell a lot of homes. With Lars and Lars' systems, it's really taught me to understand, one, the reason why, and to be organized, to make sure everything's trackable, everything's system-oriented, that takes things to the next level step by step, versus bringing on a lot of people, closing a lot of transactions, looking back 6 months and asking, you closed a lot of transactions, but what the hell did you really accomplish? And I think that's what Lars brings to the table, is just a sense of knowing exactly where you're going and how to get there in a systematic approach. I pop on webinars all the time, and I see, for example, there's groups like Kendal, the Corcoran group, and I see a lot of folks out there that they're agents that just come and go type deal. But with this group, anyone you talk to is more than likely going to be doing at least 75 to 100 transactions, if not, with the goal of going from 105, 110 transactions to 200 transactions the next year. So you have something in common right away. And to be in a group of just people that this business is something that they've created a why, and they're looking to take it to another level, and every person in the room who's on that same page, it's pretty powerful. My vision of success is the ability to be able to lead the business for 10, 12, 14 days at a time, and not anything skip a beat with myself not being in it. I think my short-term goals is not to lead the business probably for another 1.5 to 2 years at least. And even when I did leave the business, it wouldn't be on a full-time basis. Maybe cut it down to that 15, 20 transaction mark a year. But to be able to pick and choose who I work with, versus currently I'd need to close 40 to 50 homes to sustain, marginal numbers in case agents don't produce who are on the team. So short term, it is to put in all the systems into place, so when I make that decision to make the move, to say, okay, I'm taking a step out and going to the more of the management role, everything's already set up in place to make that happen.